In the early 2000s, Elon Musk was not the billionaire people see today. In fact, he was closer to being broke than anyone could imagine. After selling PayPal, Elon had around $180 million. To most people, that sounded like endless money. But Elon didn't see it that way. He saw it as fuel to build the future. So he did something that shocked everyone around him. He invested almost all of it into 3 risky companies. Tesla, electric cars no one believed in. SpaceX, private rockets that kept exploding. And SolarCity, clean energy before it was popular. By 2008, disaster hit. The world economy crashed. Investors disappeared. Tesla was burning cash every month. SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. Elon's personal bank account, it was almost empty. He later admitted he had to borrow money for rent. Friends warned him, just save what you have left. Advisors said, pick one company and abandon the rest. But Elon followed one rule that he believed in more than fear. Not a money rule, not a business trick, a survival rule. Only spend money on what moves the mission forward. That was it. No luxury, no comfort, no safety net. Every dollar had to answer one question. Does this help build the future I believe in? He sold personal items. He slept on factory floors. He stopped caring about lifestyle and focused only on purpose. And then came the last chance. SpaceX had enough money for one final rocket launch. If it failed, SpaceX would die. Tesla would likely die next. And Elon Musk would be truly broke. He knew it. Standing on the launch site, watching the countdown, he wasn't thinking about becoming rich. He was thinking about this one rule. Spend only on what truly matters. The rocket lifted off, and for the first time, it didn't explode. It reached orbit. That single success saved SpaceX. And within weeks, NASA offered a contract that changed everything. But that victory didn't start at the launch pad. It started with a rule made during the darkest moment of his life. A rule created when he had almost nothing left. After making that rule, only spend money on what moves the mission forward, Elon Musk didn't just apply it to business. He applied it to himself. While other tech founders were buying mansions and supercars, Elon was doing the opposite. He lived in a small rented place near the SpaceX factory. Sometimes, he slept on a couch. Sometimes, on the floor. His food was simple. No chefs. No luxury restaurants. No 5-star lifestyle. Why? Because in his mind, every extra comfort was money that could save the mission. At Tesla, engineers were asking for expensive solutions. Elon would ask one question. Can we do this cheaper without losing the goal? Not because he loved being cheap, but because wasted money meant wasted time. Inside SpaceX, morale was low after 3 rocket failures. People were quitting. Investors were running. But Elon stayed. He worked 16 to 18 hours a day. He personally reviewed designs. He slept in the office. And every decision went through the same filter. Does this help us reach Mars? Does this help electric cars replace gasoline? If yes, right pointing arrow spend. If no, right pointing arrow cut it. Even when Tesla was on the edge of bankruptcy, Elon didn't stop paying engineers first. He stopped paying himself. That was the rule in action. Not protect my lifestyle, but protect the mission. And something strange started to happen. The teams felt it. They saw their CEO sacrificing comfort, not demanding it. They saw him taking risk first, not last. Slowly, belief returned. Not belief in money, but belief in purpose. And purpose does something powerful. It makes people stay when logic says quit. By the end of 2008, SpaceX had one successful launch. Tesla survived one last funding round. Elon had almost nothing left, personally, but he still had the rule. And now, the rule was about to face its biggest test. After SpaceX's first successful launch and Tesla's last rescue funding, things looked stable from the outside. But behind the scenes, they were still bleeding money. SpaceX needed to build better rockets fast. Tesla needed to mass-produce a car that nobody had ever mass-produced before. And Elon Musk, he had no financial cushion left. No backup millions. No rich lifestyle to fall back on. Just pressure. Advisors came to him with a safer plan. Slow down. Lay off people. Cut ambition. Build something small and profitable first. It sounded logical, but it broke his rule. Because slowing down the mission meant delaying the future. So instead of shrinking the vision, Elon doubled down on the rule. Every dollar must push us closer to the goal. At SpaceX, he ordered engineers to redesign rocket parts in-house instead of buying them from expensive suppliers. Everyone said, rocket parts must come from experts. Elon said, physics doesn't care who builds them. Costs dropped dramatically. At Tesla, instead of outsourcing battery systems, he forced the team to master them internally. It nearly killed the company. Production delays, mistakes, long nights. The media started calling Tesla the next failure. People mocked SpaceX as a toy rocket company. And then came the hardest moment. Elon had to choose between saving himself or saving the mission. He could have taken what little money he had left and walked away. He didn't. He reinvested everything back into the companies. He chose risk over safety, purpose over comfort, future over fear. And for months, nothing improved. No headlines, no applause, just exhaustion. But something invisible was happening. They were learning faster than anyone else. They were becoming leaner, smarter, and stronger. They weren't just surviving. They were preparing for a breakthrough. And when the breakthrough came, it didn't look like luck. It looked like the reward for a rule followed when it made no sense to follow it. The breakthrough didn't come with noise at first. It came quietly. NASA signed a major contract with SpaceX. Suddenly, the toy rocket company had real money and real trust. Then Tesla's Roadster proved something impossible. An electric car could be fast, beautiful, and real. Investors who once ran away came back. But Elon Musk didn't change the rule. When money finally arrived, he didn't upgrade his life first. He upgraded the mission. More engineers, better batteries, bigger rockets, stronger factories. That one rule became the culture. Only spend on what moves the mission forward. Years later, Tesla reshaped the car industry. SpaceX made reusable rockets normal. Solar energy became mainstream. And Elon became the richest man in the world. Not because he chased money, but because he refused to waste it. Here's the lesson most people miss. Elon didn't win because he had money. He won because he had a filter for money. Most people spend on comfort, status, distractions. He spent on skills, systems, long-term goals. The rule isn't just for billionaires. It works for a student, a YouTuber, a small business owner, anyone trying to escape survival mode. Before spending, ask, does this move my life forward, or just make me feel good today? That question is powerful, because once you stop feeding comfort, you start feeding progress. And that is the same rule Elon Musk used when he was almost broke.